Welcome to My Sci Unit 20, A Playground for All. This is a 4th grade physical science unit where students explore motion, energy transfer, balanced and unbalanced forces, collisions, and simple machines, along with learning about human sensory pathways. Let's take a look into the unit at a glance. This unit covers many 4th grade physical science standards and 2 standards which are 3rd grade in NGSS, but 4th grade for Missouri. Most of the next generation science standards correspond to a Missouri Learning Standard listed in parentheses on this chart. 2 standards are partially addressed, including 1 life science standard. We have integrated all dimensions of these standards into the unit. If you'd like, take a moment to pause the video and review them. This unit is divided into 3 sections. Each section has a driving question designed to reflect what we anticipate students would naturally ask through the learning process. In this unit, 1 anchoring phenomenon carries the storyline. Section 1 has 4 lessons, and sections 2 and 3 each have 2. The unit will take about 34 days to complete. The anchoring phenomenon is people are building playgrounds that are fun, safe, and inclusive. This theme connects to students through their experiences on playgrounds and to friends, family, and neighbors that have diverse needs and abilities. After being introduced to the anchoring phenomenon, students may share different perspectives on what it means to have fun, be safe, and inclusive on a playground. The driving question of Section 1 is how can we make our playground more fun? Students investigate patterns of motion and how energy transfers. They figure out they can use patterns of motion to make predictions about future motion. Next, they investigate balanced and unbalanced forces and how forces can affect the speed and/or direction of an object. Students then discover that an object with more speed has more energy. Throughout this section, students apply their learning to design components of a playground they think will be fun to use. Through the storyline of Section 1, students gain an understanding of these standards-based big ideas. By observing patterns in motion, you can predict future motion. Objects in motion have energy. Multiple forces act together to affect an object's motion. These forces can be balanced or unbalanced and influence an object's speed and/or direction. The faster a given object is moving, the more energy it possesses. The surface an object is moving on applies a force onto the object. This force is called friction and applies to the object in the opposite direction of the object's motion. Combined, introducing the anchoring phenomenon and Section 1 should take 13 to 16 days to complete. Section 2 engages students with the driving question of how can we make our playground safer? Students investigate energy transfers and collisions and then explore how energy can also transfer from sunlight onto playground equipment, making it hot and unsafe. Students apply their learning to design safe components to their playgrounds. We'd love to see the designs your students come up with. Through the storyline of Section 2, students gain an understanding of these standards-based big ideas. When objects collide, energy is transferred, which can change an object's motion or produce a sound. The more massive an object, the more energy it transfers in a collision, which results in a greater change in motion. Light can transfer energy from place to place. Section 2 should take about 10 to 11 days to complete. In Section 3, students approach the final part of the phenomenon. The driving question is, how can we make a playground for all? Students will investigate how simple machines can make work easier when moving objects, and consider how they might be useful on an inclusive playground. Students then explore how their senses can gather information from the environment and how their brains process it in different ways using their own personal perceptions and memories. Students apply these concepts to finalize and share their fun, safe, and inclusive playground designs. We hope they serve as an inspiration to your local community. Through the storyline of Section 3, students gain an understanding of these standards-based big ideas. Simple machines can change the amount and direction of the effort force needed to do work. Humans have sensory systems that allow them to receive, process, and respond to information from the environment. Section 3 should take 10 to 11 days to complete. Our team here at MySci hopes you and your students enjoy A Playground for All, and we look forward to your feedback. Happy MySciencing!